National Football League brings us to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the Cleveland Browns. The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Come on. Set! 70 Lion! Tackles. Hey, check. Mike 21.
Here's Jones throwing on first down. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find him at the wide receiver position. And that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Ain't no such thing as a loss.
Now Jones. Jones has it over the middle. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Able to force him out of the pocket right, but still able to complete it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 23 yards on the play. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Now a pass caught by Zay Jones. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. A run for Nick Chubb. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Let's get it.
At the 5-yard line.
The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal.
18,
Off the play fake. Jones. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Third and goal, and still a long way from the end zone.
Two tights, two tights. We got three.
Throwing Jones. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. T.J. Hockenson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Set, ready. 70 Indy. Zoom, fellas, let's go.
On first down, Lock. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. James Robinson. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Well, CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs. And that one certainly fell into the latter category. That deserves a couple exclamation points. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Browns drive about to get started. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Four down, check, four down. Viking 18.
Off play action. Jones out to his, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Leonard Williams able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
To try again after the sack. Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that is incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Brandon, you're never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, He says it passed over the 1-yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
They start on the ground with Robinson here. Able to bust through the tackle, but not much to show for it. Still inside the 5. And Marquell Lee with a stop defensively.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line.
No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. In his end zone, here's Locke. In trouble in the ball. And oh, that is going to be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come up to 6.
That's a lot of points.
Nothing's free. Nothing's free.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Nick Chubb, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Check 24. 3.
To throw again, Jones. They set up the screen to Chubb. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Hey, tight.
From the gun, Jones. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. On to the 2nd from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Hey, watch 12, watch 12. Double tight, guys, double tight. Trap 60.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And this one grabbed by Darren Fells. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
Defense focus. Tighten up. 18 Cardinal.
They run. Chubb. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Hey, check Mike 21. Check Mike 21.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Browns on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Jones. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he is going to have a Browns first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
Here we go, Shaq. Bronco 80. Here we go, here we go. Tight right. Go.
Chubb. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They toss it left side to Chubb. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. Nick Chubb hit 21.95 miles an hour on a long touchdown run in 2019. 4th fastest in the NFL. And he flashed the big-time speed again there. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
Block working out of the gun. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Call it a gain of 5. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. And he'll have a Dolphins first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Watch tight. Tight end right. Yes. Hey. 4 down. Ready.
Throwing on first down is Lock. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
He'll buy some time right. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Our time. It's our time.
They'll try and run. This is Robinson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Well, I know a defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited by what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
Undercrush. Ready, go.
On 2nd and goal. Lock. They'll roll him out right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
3 tight ends up front here.
You ready. Hey, watch set. Go.
They'll run here with Robinson. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the 2nd quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays. Because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, Call one of those and go get 6.
Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Their own 18-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. He'll try to run this one in. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Block now on 3rd and goal. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Carlos Hyde. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins have tied it. Now they can take the lead with the extra point. It's up and good, and they take the lead by a point, 17-16.
The score, Dolphins 17, Browns 16.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On the carry, it's Chubb. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
Ready up! Hey, check 24. Go.
Now Jones on 3rd down, escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
First and 10.
From the gun, Jones. And that one will fall incomplete.
Intended for
Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up second and 10. Throwing again, Jones. And this is incomplete. And that one going to come up short, low throw.
incomplete. Brings up third down and 10.
Now they face a third and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Operating from the gun, Jones. Got a man, it's complete, Williams. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Jones on first and 10. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Mike Williams, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
On the set. Mike 21, Mike 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Watch the slant.
To throw again, Jones. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with third and 4. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. Third and 4.
Tight right.
A final shot before break. Jones. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll break the huddle, come up on second and 8 at the 27-yard line. From the gun, it's Locke. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now throwing on first down and completing it. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there. They'll run on first down. Robinson. The tackle made by L.J. Ford.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Steps away to his left, and he's going to keep it here. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best design plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Here we go. 58, boys, 58. H3, 218, just said go.
On second down now, it's Robinson. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Dolphins are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. Third down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
Here we go. 15 Lonnie, 15 Lonnie. You got it, son.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal.
Check three.
Again, it's Robinson. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Here we go. Set, 8, read. 22 jet bomber.
Shotgun snap to Lock. This will be caught at the 5. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Carlson is good. And they add on and get a little bit of a cushion. It's 20-16 now. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. The Browns drive about to get started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So first and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Looking to throw. Jones. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
Let's go now. Panther 60. Panther 60. Strong right. Strong right.
From the gun, Jones. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Zadarius Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack. Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly third and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
Fielded just inside the 30 and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3 except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Okay, break. Go 58's the mic. Watch the run. Watch the run. Ready, go.
On first down, it's Robinson. The 20. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. James Robinson, his second touchdown of the night. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th.
4 down.
Throwing again on second down. Jones caught left side. Williams. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 12 yards there and a first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Jones. Caught on the right side by Jones. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Panther 60. Panther 60. Let's go.
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins 35. 23 yards the pickup there. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 35-yard line. On the move to his left. Drops it off for Chubb. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll make it second down.
Check, bunt set. Check, bunt set.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds. The end result, 21 yards.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try to get the ball back again.
Buying time to his left. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal.
You got nothing today. You got nothing. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Kill, 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 kill.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory.
Put that team on the bus. Check 37. Check 37. 60 Eagle. 60 Eagle. It's the Mike. Going 58's the Mike. It's a party now. It's a party now. Check 43. 19 Lion.
Looking to throw. Jones eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Darren Fells, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns are back within a score.
Check.
I thought that was a nice job there of feeling the pressure and rolling out away from it and keeping the play alive. And I think he did it with the idea that his tight end would find his way free in the end zone, and his confidence was rewarded.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Browns drive about to get started. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. Jones now on 1st down. That's out to Chubb, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down.
Let's go now. Pad the 60. Pad the 60. We got heavy. Everybody scoot up.
Back to throw. Jones. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all. And it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
70 Timberwolf. 21. In your face. Hey, check.
Following the penalty, Chubb. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that can bring them down in the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
Check it. Bronco 80. Go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jones. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's Eric Harris who picks it. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
Taken in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Cleveland offense ready to go. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Got trips, got 3.
From the gun, Jones. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Fielded in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And they gave up the pick six. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around? And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown.
Let's go.
Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word.
Yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
Three down.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, it's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Deep in there, right? Yeah. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Looking to throw. Jones. Open man, the tight end fails. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and lead the game out that way.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Here's Jones. Throwing on 4th down. It's caught. Jones. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. On 1st down, they'll run with Joe. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
12 yards there and a 1st down. Now Chubb. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
You don't want no problems with me.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy. Here we go.
2nd down and 5.
59. Hey, get.
On the ground. It's Chubb. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play a totally different style.
So for the Dolphins, the win will move them to 7.
Flag on the play.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a flag on the play.
Yeah, yeah.
Flag on the play.
Hold up.
That's a flag on the play. Let's go.
Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag, ain't nothing. Make 'em throw a flag when I pass, come through stunning. Call me tired, girl, and hit the hole, then I'm running. Get money, you ain't tryna get that second flag on the play. Hating from the sideline, flag on the play. Like Julio with them Falcons, I just made a play. In the red zone, going strong, watch me shake and bake. I just took off with that. I just count 100 racks, that's a whole field. He don't want no championship, get him out of here. I just got a set, like I run up in the backfield. Like I ran up on a quarterback, shake and bake, make a play just like a quarterback. We ain't worrying about no formers, we ain't staying there. Running off the block, yeah, I'm something like a linebacker. I got juice like how you like it. I'm on purple, I'm on yellow, like a Viking. All these plays that I'm catching, I done gone crazy. I do my thing, 6 range, just like Tom Brady. Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag, ain't nothing. Make 'em throw a flag when I pass, come through stunning. Call me tired, girl, and hit the hole, then I'm running. Get money, you ain't tryna get that second flag on the play. From the sideline, a flag on the play. Like Julio with them Falcons, I just made a play. In the red zone, strong, watch me shake and bake. I'm in the field like a panther, I done up the standards. Like Michael Vick in Atlanta when it's time to scramble. Nick Field water, call me Black Bridgewater. Lamar Jackson, how I throw them Ravens cross the border.
Hold up. You know some touchdown with the sack. Run up the whole life and run it back on the play. Intercept the pack like a safety. You boys can't shake play. That's a flag on the play. Let's go.
Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag, ain't nothing. Make 'em throw a flag when I pass, come through stunning. Call me tired, girl, and hit the hole, then I'm running. Get money, you ain't tryna get that second flag on the play. Hating from the sideline, a flag on the play. Like Julio with them Falcons, I just made a play. In the red zone, going strong, watch me shake and bake.
yeah, all is automatic. Caught up, it's down there, caught up, yeah, it's down there, whoa, I'm caught up, yeah, it's down there, yeah, caught up, whoa, it's down there, whoa, I'm caught up, yeah, it's down there, caught up, it's down there, yeah, caught up, it's down there, caught up, it's down there, lion, tigers, meteors inside my mind. Kamikaze, spaceship power, baby, sail me toward the sky. Here I come, a freaky side. Oh no, don't you close your eyes. I'ma give you something to cry about. I'ma teach you how to fly without fear, doubt, just regret. Break it out, break the split, baby, the doll, break a leg, let you lay the power check. Sipping on the sun in the cup somewhere. She ain't really seen nothing like me yet. Cannibalistic, animal instinct, you fools hurt. Jesus will. It's down there, I'm caught up, yeah. It's down there, whoa, I'm caught up, yeah. It's down there, yeah, I'm caught up, whoa. It's down there, whoa, I'm caught up, yeah. It's down there, caught up, it's down there, yeah, caught up, it's down there, whoa, caught up, it's down there, it's down there, I'm caught up, yeah. It's down there, whoa, I'm caught up, yeah. It's down there, yeah, I'm caught up, whoa. It's down there, whoa, I'm caught up, yeah. It's down there, caught up, it's down there, yeah, caught up, it's down there, whoa, caught up, it's down there, whoa. I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Come for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning team. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hissing, but I can't hear when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood thinner. Juice stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point 'em out. Making my babies proud, wanna call my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Come for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you can do, I can do it better than you. No matter what I do, achieve, still got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid my dues. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point 'em out. Making my babies proud, wanna call my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Come for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. yeah, champion, huh? Yeah, we here.
Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me, down with me. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me? Hold on. I got a crowd wrapping around the whole town for me. Hey, mama proud, got a thou in the balcony. Nah, 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 I don't hear no clown talking foul on me. Won't shoot me down, send the cavalry. It been a while since I had time for me. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Hello. Max my job with the polo. Like my style, don't ya? Nights like this, I wish I was with ya. On my turf, roll out the Henry Rux. She like when I hit the receiver. Friend hop in, this is a four-seater. Made a yank straight out the wood, I'm Derek Jeter. Major leaguer, no fatigue. We don't get no handout, we don't get no Macarinas. Never gon' throw your back out, tryna work, you need a breather. I need a break. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me, down with me? Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me? Hold on. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down. Tell me who you talking to. Roll up that Sinatra, fly la mama to the moon. She asked me what's my life path. Told her 55 south to the cash. So many couches I crashed. Shout out South South Street and shout classy. I know you really wanna be my only one, but I didn't need somebody to hold on to the sucker up, baby. I know you really wanna be my only one, but I didn't need somebody to hold on to the sucker up, baby. I know you really wanna be my only one, but I didn't need somebody to hold on to the sucker up, baby. I know you really wanna be my only one, but I didn't need somebody to hold on to the sucker up. I don't know no better, I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him. More action and no talk, I went quiet on him. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him.
I don't be with him, he so basic. Boy, you the op and your bros hating. All of them fake, I see both faces. Scared of the whip, it's a ghost racing. I knock them down to their cold cases. Marathon run, I'ma slow pace it. They did not want me to go places. Foil plans like the gold place.
And if we pulling up with the whole
telling me nothing. I'm the man. Suck it if y'all in denial. I get the chip on him and I bust out the south side. Is that Pico de Gallo? Boy, yo, stop it, quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, shining. White diamonds, Miley Cyrus. Private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, stylish. Masterpiece, body, body. Young, hey, I don't know no better. I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I can barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, going to the state. Stop calling me little bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team.
It's the National Football League, presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tennessee Titans and the Indianapolis Colts. Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
Let's go now. Panther 60. Panther 60. He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Mike 56. Mike 56.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's caught by Jackson. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's second and 10.
Ready?
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. Then the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing, but to give them this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
And a very elusive run as he'll wind up getting about 9 on that one. The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard.
I hope you brought your lesson.
They run. Robinson. And he is going to get this close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the Titans' 19-yard line. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Sliding out of the pocket. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. And now it's second down.
But that was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass.
Oh, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it, and the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
18 Cardinal.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
Mike's 57. 57's Mike.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Hawk 70.
Move. On the play brings up third down.
This is Hines. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Brown. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent. And they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a long night.
59's Mike. 59's Mike.
They'll run on first down. It's Hines. Troy Pride that time gets the tackle.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, twist.
Here's Hines. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. The pass underneath. Here's Hines with it. And the Titans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. The gain of 5 that time gives them the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
Check, 59. Get him, get him, get him.
They run with Hines. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Naeem Hines, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans have taken a first quarter lead. This is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really haven't. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Don't get nervous. 59's Mike. 59's Mike. Check, check.
They run it down with Robinson. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 43. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10.
L Street, send us to Mike. Mike 37. Army. Army, go.
On the run, it's Robinson.
Oh.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 2nd down, it's Robinson. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. 3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. And to give this time to the tailback. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down.
Mike is 59. Mike's at 59. You ain't going nowhere.
This one caught by Davis. He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on 4th down. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Being chased out left. The ball comes out. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Go, go.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
You. Trap 60, trap 60. Go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that's complete. Albert Okuebunam. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Ready? 70 Lion. Oh, you got deep? Check 50. Mike, 59.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose. It's picked up by the Titans. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The #1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
You know, a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Check 59, Mike. Warrior 70. 59. Nightmare, son. You gonna feed me in your nightmare.
Now left side on the swing pass. Give him 2 yards on that play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to the running back. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Mike, check.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. They'll get that complete to Alberto. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. The Colts send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Mike, check.
And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, and that takes us from second to third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Not today. Check 25.
They'll throw now on the final play. Hit as he throws. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Colts pick it up. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. And this carries into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
Let's go!
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Ready up.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
It's just me and you. Back. 19, Tiger, 19. Ready.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They throw again on 2nd down. This one's complete. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
37. Hey, let's get in them holes. There we go. 37's the Mike. Mike 37. Here we go. There we go. 37 below 18. Come on.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines.
Keep playing hard.
At their own 48-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got to lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
And try to atone for it here on this drive.
59's Mike.
Now it's the backup Bridgewater. Going deep for Hopkins. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this 2nd half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike the 59. Come on, boy. You better be ready.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line.
At their own 11-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll try the left side. Robinson, and they'll get him down here at the 23. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now a pass taken in by the tight end Herndon. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for third down. They'll run again here with Robinson. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
The Colts send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. Not too shabby here. This will skip out of bounds at about the 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. Bridgewater. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards. Bridgewater to throw it this time.
Let's go, D. Big series right here.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. Now this time he'll look to throw.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
And his pass incomplete.
Bridgewater's pass thrown away and incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. He's going to run again. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
He was brought down by Michael O.J. Booyah. 5 yards on the
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Titans on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. From the gun, Bridgewater. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead.
No lead safe in the new NFL, but this score is really going to give them some needed breathing room.
And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Titans 14, Colts nothing. Aldrich Rosa set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're in the NFL and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
So that one a disaster. A big loss there with 2nd down coming up. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Hold it ready. 7's the Mike. Mike 37. Watch run.
He'll look to throw.
Tight down.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Curtis Riley, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the 1st down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Titans 21, Colts nothing. Aldrich Rosa set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one. Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A run here for J.D. McKissick. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throw complete to Herndon. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. That was J.J. Watt getting in there and getting him to the ground. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Bridgewater here to throw. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. The linebacker Darius Leonard applied the heat.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Bridgewater going deep for Hopkins. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. It was Logan Ryan that time who knocked it away.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect.
Looking for his tight end read, and it's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Swearinger. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all. And they're trying to get something going after one there. But you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. Dancing to his left. Now he'll pull it down. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Single, slot. Hey, you ready?
Throwing here, Bridgewater. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. It's been a struggle for him accruing yards in this game passing the football. So there he said, hey, I'm going to try to chuck it deep, but another incompletion.
Has to be a little bit frustrating because of what you just described. It's been a struggle for him here in the second half, hoping for one big shot to get him.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards and moves the sticks. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour, and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebacker, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free,